All right. Okay, awesome. Microphone's working. Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's live stream. First and foremost, I do apologize. I'm like in the middle of doing a bunch of stuff here in the game, mostly because it's in the middle of a blood moon, which means that there's like extra bonus stuff and strength and things that I can get. But I'm back in my castle. We've got a lot of random stuff going on in here. I'm making all sorts of different things. We're in the end game. We're doing lots and lots of various cutting and pasting and grinding and all sorts of different things. Hey, look, it's Rev. Hi, Rev. Rev, you're crazy. 79 months. 79 months. That is a long time. Well, thank you so much, Rev, for being here. Now, incidentally, I spent the last few weeks doing a huge amount of grinding and just stuff for this game. Mostly because that way you all don't have to see it. The biggest issue I've run into in this game is that the end game portion of it really does become insanely grindy. It is a huge grind fest and incredibly annoying, frankly. I can't stand it. So it's nice though. There's settings that you can change to make things super cheap and all sorts of different stuff like that, which is nice. But good lord, it is absolutely ridiculous. So I spent a bunch of time gathering a ton of different materials so that I can make new weapons, outfit my servants, get much better armor. You can see I've got Dracula's stuff now. Just all sorts of different things. And also, I planted this garden. Beautiful garden, I have to say. It's my nice little entryway that I've made. I also made myself a new castle, which is very exciting. So, for those of you who are unfamiliar, this is a survival crafting game where you are playing as a vampire and you're trying to take over everything from Dracula. So, I'm actually at that point where we're basically ready to fight Dracula. But first and foremost, we got to take care of a rather familiar face, and we're going to go ahead and do that now as quick as we can. So part of the thing today, at least, is I've got some other stuff planned for later this afternoon, so I need to make sure that I end at least mostly on time. Excuse me. So we're going to see if we can track down this fool really quickly. But that said, I hope everybody's had a good week or a couple weeks and a fun time. And that everything is going well for all of you. So what I'm doing now is I'm using this little blood trail to track a, what's referred to as a V-blood. These are characters that give you the different recipes, abilities, all sorts of different things like that throughout the game. As opposed to like you can find recipe books and things like that as well, but primarily it's through defeating these characters. And so this particular one, this first one here, is probably going to be a familiar face to many, and I'm hoping that after that we can go after the big bad himself. There's a lot of stuff in the game that I'm not really touching on, that I'm not really going over, like this, for example, the blood aspect, which is very important and gives you a lot of critical stuff. Also, you may have seen some folks wandering around my castle. Those are my servants. That you can send them to go and get you a bunch of stuff and all sorts of things like that. For the time being, though, hey, look, there he is. Simon Belmont, the vampire hunter. So, this is a very official crossover to Castlevania, and we now get to hunt him down, although I don't think that he does anything with Dracula to or for us. One of the interesting things about him is his difficulty ranking is calculated in a really weird way. I'm not sure exactly what it is. You may see he's got little question marks next to his health there. And that is his rank. The problem is that it is an unknown ranking because he's not like most of the other bad guys that have a set rank of capability. Instead, he is variable. I have no idea what dictates that variation.
Destroy the enemies of good.
So we are using right now one of the best swords in the game. Not the best. I do have the best of several other things, but unfortunately not my sword.
Face me, monster.
So we're just trying to make do here. Okay, now I'm mad.
Trembles under a bell
The guy got healed by this cleric who happened to be wandering by, and that peeves me off a lot. I am not happy. So now we have to deal with getting Belmont down again while he is in his super angry mode. In addition to the fact that he is bugger. In addition to the fact that he is oh my god. I'm sorry. Oh shoot, and now the sun is rising. So we're in a bad place right now. I'm trying to what's the word? I'm trying to narrate what's going on. Very difficult to do. So I sincerely apologize. Okay. So now I'm just trying to see if I can hopefully stick to the shadows mostly, sorta, kind of. Ouch. Well, I'm 90% sure I'm gonna die here. Because I just... Yeah. Okay. Well, that sucked. That was frustrating. So you notice how his what's it called? His health went down, or went back to a grayish color. That means that he's supposedly easy. I think what happens is that, unlike most of the other bosses in this game, this particular guy scales with you. So that way, no matter what, he's kind of at a medium difficulty level, essentially. None of the other bad guys do that. And incidentally, you really don't get anything super exciting from this guy. I think you get a recipe for a whip because, just, Simon Belmont. So, yeah. But here, we'll try this again, and maybe we can get rid of more of the nasty mobs beforehand. So, incidentally, Belmont here wanders around essentially the entire map, and this is in, like, the latest of the late stage game areas, essentially. So, it's a very unfortunate part for me to get caught in, because before this there are no mobs that can heal their fellow mobs. There aren't, well, there are ones that have projectiles, but this is the first time we see riflemen who can do quite a bit of damage to you, and it's just generally frustrating AF. But now we'll see if we can... Also known as, we will attempt to get good as a noob.
Feel the wrath of the vampire killer.
So in this game, you have two major methods of attack.
Behold,
You've got
my blessed blade.
physical abilities, like your
Back to the shadow
sword,
creature
your
of the night.
pistols, all sorts of different stuff like that. And then you also have spells.
My blades are
The
guided
spells
by
that I have are
my whip is a torch.
essentially, one of them is just a straight up damage spell, and the other one is a shield spell. The shield spell is the one that you may have seen pop up, where it's like a little green thing
Of Belmont's justice.
that says recast.
Behold my blessed blade.
This. And what that does, if he hits that shield, then it spawns a skeleton bad guy who's on my side and starts
Witness the
attacking.
precision of a Belmont's blade.
I mostly like using this for the sake of trying to distract various bad guys. I personally like to play this game as a melee attacker. I don't know what this is or how to get rid of it, and also I'm in the middle of the sun and I am going to get set on fire. Oh, bugger. He just destroys everything around him, so I just die. Well, that's great. Good to know. Good to know that he has the ability to just blow up everything around him. So, note to self, attack him at night. Because he blows everything up. To that end, there are several baddies that are similar to that, where you are completely exposed to the elements, and so if you fight them during the day, it's really, really difficult. There are others where they're in kind of their own contained area. They have like their own building, so you don't have to worry about it. But there's one in particular that's literally at the top of a mountain peak, and there's nothing around you. So if you don't kill that one during the day, or if you don't kill it during the night, then you are completely screwed. Alright. Well, we got the moon back at least, so that's good. See, look at all this stuff. He literally destroyed all of the trees and rocks and anything and everything that could have given me some kind of cover. So that's really annoying. Okay, we'll try this again. Now you may notice also up at the top left here that it says Lord of the Night, defeat Dracula. As I said, that is the stage of the game that I'm at right now. I've done all of the other kind of quote-unquote regular quests for this game. And so this is all that's left for me. And that's what I said. I'm hoping that I'll be able to do that, because if you end up playing this, I will warn you now, the end game is insanely grindy. You have to get so many of this same particular thing in order to build the latest and the greatest weapons and all that kind of stuff. And it's just, it is absolutely nigh vomit inducing how bad it can be.
This whip captures the wicked. Destroy enemies of good. My whip is a torch that lights the path to your demise. Can't escape justice. I've got you in
So
my
the good news is that now we're in night here, so whenever he does that ridiculous, stupid, freaking cross thing, then it won't be nearly as bad
precision of a Belmont blades.
from my end.
Night trembles under a Belmont's might.
Ow. Ow. Fire.
Your darkness will crumble before me.
Okay, see this. Oh. What hit me? Oh, I got shot by one of the riflemen. Sucks. I'm getting so close. That's something I've noticed with a lot of the big bad guys in this game, is that it's really easy to get them down to, or get their health down by like a third or a half, but then the last bit of it is just brutal. I mean, understandably, they unlock new abilities, and you know, this isn't even my final form type of crap. But good lord. Like, I don't know what it is, but I'm trying my best and it's not enough. So we'll try this again. Something else I will say is I am extremely stubborn. There are literally a couple dozen different spells I can pick from, and hundreds of combinations of spells that I can make and use. And I am steadfastly sticking to this particular one that is not seeming to serve me very well. Simply because I am. I have no actual reason for it. Okay, let's track down this guy again. The good news is that he's just kind of following the road here, so he's easy to track. The problem now is that he's getting really close to. Wait, what?
I will show you the might of the House Belmont.
I don't know what was going on there, but thank you to who or whatever hurt him.
His wrath is unstoppable.
I'm gonna count that as a win.
By my honor, there will be vengeance. My blades are guided by purpose. Ride the righteous
Okay, so
wind.
see, now he's just like dropping all sorts of stuff from the sky.
Back to the shadows, creature of the night.
Almost. Boosh.
What a horrible night. For
Okay,
vampires.
I had some kind of an assist. I don't know what it was, but I still won. So I don't care.
New knowledge acquired.
Take that, Belmont. Okay. Meh. So see, there. All I get is a whip. That's the thing that you unlock with him. But now these are all the bad guys, all the I guess mini bosses / bosses that you can track and trace. And so we've gotten all these guys. So these last three are annoying AF. I've not fought Dracula ever. I can't even track his own blood, or I can't track his blood because of reasons, I assume. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go back home because there's a specific item that I believe I must have in order to do this. I know where his castle is, but as it stands, I cannot get to it. And I'm not even going to bother picking all this stuff up because I already grinded like it's nobody's business to get what I do have. I think I'll probably change my blood type too. So the blood type, the thing that's at the very bottom that looks like a little pool, that is what gives you specific bonuses to certain actions and stuff along those lines as you're playing. I will say, I've got nearly 100 hours into this game. It's a good game. It's fun. You know, it is survival crafty. If you enjoy things like Minecraft, Valheim, what else? The what's it called? The Overgrown, I think it is. I don't remember. There's one where you get like shrunk down to the size of an ant. Raft is another really good one. Subnautica to an extent. You know, all sorts of different stuff. Copper ore. And Sapphire. Okay. Again, I don't really care about most of that stuff. Incidentally, there's my other castle. For anybody who's wondering. I don't have anything of use there right now, though, because it's not me. Alright, so here's what we need. This guy. So the Blood Key. It allows you entry into Dracula's castle. And like I said, I'm guessing it's a requirement now at this stage. I actually am not certain, but we're about to find out. So let's take a rogue, a warrior, brute, a couple brutes, a couple of rogues. So all these numbers represent the quality of the blood. The higher quality the blood is, then the better the benefits are. You always get the same benefits, but it's a matter of like how good, relatively speaking, those benefits are for you, essentially. Toss the wood in here. Make some planks, because why not? Don't really need construction materials at this point, but here we go. All right. So, over here, this is like the moors or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but this is one of the final areas, and there is something very, very nice about this particular area, and that is even if it's night or even if it's day, the sun does not shine here. It is just, mwah, I love it. I am so appreciative, because without that, it would be annoying AF. But seriously, it would just be ludicrous. And not the cool kind of ludicrous who raps and sings about... I actually don't know any ludicrous songs. Did he do Rollin'? I know he's been a guest on a bunch of stuff. So like I said, I've never been here before. I've never done this. So this is a first for me too. We're going to get to see the whole... I'm sure we're going to get to see the whole, you know, I am Dracula, this isn't even my final form bullcrap. Should be interesting. So let's see. Oh yeah, that's right, because they did like Ludacris got the thing, make the booty go. That yeah. You know, I'm obviously an R&B aficionado. All right. So let's do Brute. So I like my Brute because it's the only one that I have 100% of, so I get all of the bonuses. The other big thing is that it increases my ability to heal during combat, which is extremely helpful. Hey look, a mysterious black and red cloud. That can't travel to the Shadow Realm? I mean, if the sun's rising, it shouldn't matter in the shadow realm, right?
I can taste my bloodline in the air. A rare treat in a challenger.
Holy crap, this is a nice place. Homie got his castle to the nines, yo! I wish my castle looked half this good. Jesus! Look at how fancy this is. Oh, that's a big sword.
Eons, bearing just a hint of my power. Let us see how you wield it.
Ow.
No mercy.
Something I'll say also is that I am really not a fan of... Oh, Jesus. I'm really not a fan of bad guys who can teleport, which seems to be, you know, most of them. Oh, I don't like big giant rings. Big giant rings are bad. Okay, am I really at that little health right now?
You will learn to obey.
Ow. Ow.
There is no escape.
Okay, that was terrible.
This cannot be.
Dang. Hit him more while not being hit. You're good, Rev. So, one thing I will mention also that really peeves me off about this game is in the end game here, where I'm at right now, I have at least the best armor that I can get. The problem is this, the chest guard, you notice, is not Dracula's chest guard. Because I have to kill Dracula to get the Dracula's chest guard. See? But then my question is, what do I do after that? Like, homie's dead. I'm done. There's literally nothing left for me to do. Well, what am I supposed to do with myself? Alright, so I'm going to use this. I'm going to use Oak Song. So these three right here, the orangey ones, these are like specific named weapons of the type. The other ones are kind of generic versions, really high quality, but generic versions of the thing. So I'm going to try a named long distance one, see if I can
within you.
keep at least a little bit of distance between myself and homie here. That worked very well.
On your knees.
God dang it.
There is no escape of your fate.
Ow! So, this shield that I'm personally using,
Feel the heart.
that I've got, it only works against projectiles. So I've thought of something that I can do here.
No mercy for the weak.
There is another
Kneel.
shield type that I'm going to switch to. And the reason I'm going to switch to it is because
Drain the life.
Oh, dude! Oh, bro! No, not cool. Rude! That's supposed to be my shtick. I mean, you're a vampire too, but whatever. Again.
A vortex of blood where all things end.
So there's another shield that I've got available that I like, I should say, because there's a ton of shields, but I don't like a lot of them. And what it does is when you block
Run, little weapon.
when you block an attack, instead of making one of the little minions right there who dies instantly because they're terrible,
To claim
it just straight up does damage
fresh blood.
to the person or entity that attacked you. So I
To my
think
dominion.
that'll help a little bit, especially when he does that attack that we saw earlier.
Run, little weapon. I cannot go on.
Okay. Okay. Alright. So, doing the Arctic Shield instead. So this just straight up hurts him instead of spawns the little dudes, because I've been noticing those dudes just die. Like, they're worthless. They're not doing nothing for me. So we're gonna do that instead. And the other thing that I'm going to do, I'm also going to swap out my dash. So the other dash I had is nice because it gives me a better it gives me better healing when I hit afterwards. But with this one, I can double dash, which is extremely helpful, especially for something like this. I need the mobility. So we'll try that. Rev, you always backseat. We know this. It's fine. Also, I'm not sure about my ult. I like this ult, the Chaos Barrage, because it's just pew 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 pew. It's simple. It's just like boom, let's do some damage. A lot of the other ones are difficult to aim or utilize. So like this summons like a robot dude. This one requires that you jump and hit. This little tornado thing, it's kind of nice because you just spin around and hit. The problem is you are in melee range and you can be damaged while you're doing it. These might be okay. The Crimson Beam especially. Heart Strike I don't like. I've tried it. I don't find that it works very well. It's all of this stuff, all the blood magic is primarily a healing thing. So I'm gonna keep the barrage for now. We're gonna try our thing here, which is Apocalypse, I believe. Yes, Apocalypse. All right, let's see how Apocalypse does.
My legion stands ready for my return.
And you notice we got this blueprint throne of darkness. I'm guessing that's what his throne is. It's the throne of darkness.
Fleeing will not save you.
Are you serious? This just feels like a reset.
You will learn.
I am just straight sucking.
A vortex of blood where things end.
This is really embarrassing.
Run, little weapon.
Oh my god, are you serious? I literally dashed into his attack.
No mercy for the weak. I am the darkness that devours all. Your blood is my power. Fleeing will not save you. Gaze into the maw of the vampiric vortex.
The problem is that he's just too freaking mobile for anything ranged.
No mercy. You are a shadow, an imitation. This is what it means to be king.
I mean, or is it? Oh, sweet
I
zombie
crave
Jesus.
to taste your blood. Feel the bloodstorm's tide.
Okay, no clue what's going on here. We've got new phase, very dangerous.
My power reigns supreme.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Flee from your inevitable demise.
What the actual F? Where are those coming from?
There is no escape from such fates.
I mean, I did better, but then he started with the whole the thing and whatnot, and the thing is very scary. Okay. So I'm liking the cold shield. Let me see if there's something better I can use for my other slot, though. I'm gonna go with these guys. So these guys are nice because they just straight up heal you when they hit. So those are nice. They don't do as much damage, but it's good. So see, it deals 80% magic damage, whereas these guys over here deal 115 magic damage. But these will heal me. So that's much more helpful, I think. And I've got the additional movement. I can use pistols to get extra movement as well. Pistols have this little move that you can do. In addition, I still have this guy. So there's a little bit of extra movement there. It's not much. It's a little bit. Slashers give a little extra movement as well because you can do this thing, and then you can also go invisible. The problem is with the invisibility thing, the stealth thing. I worry that it's not going to make a difference with him, and that he's still going to be able to see me. It doesn't matter. We'll also go crazy and use the storm one here.
An uninvited guest.
Like I said, this is just a big whirlwind storm
Realm of
thing.
eternal night.
See if we can do it. Now, do you see why I intended to spend the vast majority of the
Powers
time
you bear belong to
trying to
me.
clear
Surrender
this guy?
them or face your
I knew this is exactly what was going to happen.
Run, little
So I noticed that the the what's it called,
On your knees. There is no
the
escape.
ultimate that I used that time, the spinny stabby thing, was
Feel the heartbeat of
nigh ineffective.
no mercy for the
Wow, that was garbage. I'm going to blame the swirly girly attack. 100% it was this thing's fault. For that, I was much better. Okay, so there's a couple of things that we can do. Incidentally, this is one of the reasons that I legitimately enjoy this game quite a bit, is because the fights are much more tactics based as opposed to like I have way better stuff than you and so bash 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 I win. You really do need to consider how you are approaching a fight, and I appreciate that. I think it makes for a better experience overall. It's difficult, but first, it's not impossible, and second, it's doable. So, let's see what we can.
footsteps. An uncommon sound in my
Just trying to think,
time
when he
of
does his little spirally thing, if I can basically stand on top of him, then I'll be able to block as many of those as I can with my shield. Because the way the shield works is the more you block, the more damage it does. There's a couple of bosses that shoot out like dozens and dozens of projectiles, and that shield, the cold shield here, frost barrier, whatever it's called, will literally just tear them to shreds. It's pretty ridiculous.
the scent of power.
And also awesome.
Unmistakably mine. Thank you for returning it to me. Kneel to my dominion.
Dang it.
Kneel and die. My veins.
Oh, of course, he does it right now. Right after I use my stupid thing. And now I'm gonna get blasted by the cold.
Grovel for your king.
I figured that was the intent of that particular attack. To get hit by both.
Darkness comes to claim you. I drain the life from your veins. Gaze into the maw of the vampiric vortex. You will learn to obey. Fleeing will not save you.
Incidentally, one thing I will also say is I'm not sure what, if anything, our exact
I am the ghost of
relationship with Dracula is in this game. They never really described it.
Feed my hunger.
So I have no clue. Like, are we a what's it called, like a somehow not disproving, but
You are a shadow.
somehow
An imitation.
rebelling
This is what it means to be king.
kin or something.
Like so
I don't know.
many others. The ground with sanguine tears. I'll make it rain blood. Witness the might of the true immortal king. No mercy for the weak.
Okay, so those crystals can be destroyed, but wait, no, that was just stage resetting. God dang it! I don't know what to do here. We don't have much time left. Unfortunately, I have to leave on time today because I got an appointment. Let me try Rogue. Rogue gives you a movement bonus, so I think that may serve me a little bit better. Now, the problem is that I don't have 100%. I've only got 97. So, sucks. I wish I had 100%. Don't. What else?
An uninvited guest.
No.
Welcome to my realm of eternal night.
Again, I don't know if this is even going to work. He may be immune to these types of effects, like stuns and things of that nature. So we're about to find
My
out.
blood pulses within you.
Assuming
No
that
matter.
I can even
It
hit
will
him.
only serve my victorious return. There is no escape from your
Well, like I said, if I can even hit it.
fleeing will not save you. Kneel and die. Feel the heartbeat of your doom. Run, little weakling. Grovel before your king. Within a mist unseen. Feed my hunger.
Yeah.
In my veins moves the essence of true darkness.
Block that pillar so it doesn't good. Bad. Really bad.
Kneel to my dominion. Run, little weakling. Death is not the end.
I do think Rogue is the way to go for the movement because I was able to move fast enough to get out of the way of some of his attacks just by walking and without needing the little shoo, shoo. Now, I will say I'm not sure if the death count is currently accurate.
You
I
have
kind of
come to
doubt it.
me.
I ask that
Power of my
we please refrain from
bold.
ensuring the accuracy of the death count. So the way that the blood works, Rev, is you capture people who have the blood type that you want, and if you're lucky, you run into 100% or a 95 or whatever it is. There is an item that you can use to feed them that increases their blood quality, but it has like a 35% chance of turning them into a mutant that essentially just ruins them. So I actually did it with my worker. I had a worker who was at 99%. And so I fed them the thing, and luckily they didn't turn into a mutant. The problem is that with the stuff, I think it goes from 1 to 2%. Like, it's either a 1 or a 2% increase. So I would have to do upwards of 3 of those feedings, and with a 1/3 chance, so only 2/3 chance of it succeeding approximately. That would be what, 2, 4, 8, and then 3, 9, 27. So 8 out of 27. So less than a third of a chance of it not turning mutant. My only real bet would be to just wander around outside and try to find 100% one. So same thing here. Like, I've got a scholar at a 96. I've got a warrior at a 95. It's like they're good, but they're not perfect.
There is no escape from your fate. On your knees.
So I can try to do this a little bit more as well, where I use pillars more to my advantage. The problem that I run into, at least that I've now run into, is even using that the ultimate that I got, that new one that I'm trying, it kind of sucks. So I'm not a fan.
Kneel. I am the ghost of your fears. Delicious bloodshed.
I don't get what the deal with the bats is. Like, they drop these little things that say you get +2
Kneel to my
blood,
dominion.
I guess.
Flee will not see.
But it doesn't increase your percentage, like your quality. It just, I guess, adds to the amount that you get. Which for me doesn't seem good, unfortunately.
Run, little whelpling. Death is not the end.
Seriously, the only way that I've been able to do a decent amount of damage is with that. Doing it with this. Maybe I could use this instead. Oh, maybe I'll do the spear. I'll do the spear. So the spear I like because it also gives you a bit of movement. It's not much, but it's something. And so it's another small dodge that you can use. But yeah, that's the problem, Rev, is part of all of the grinding and stuff that I did was trying to find 100% or at least high 90% of every single type of character that I can get.
A rare treat.
And unfortunately, I couldn't get all of them. I have not been able to find them all, and it's completely
My
random
legion
whether or not
stands
you can
ready
find
for
them.
my return. I will not tolerate
I think,
this delay.
depending on how long I last here, this may be the last time that I try here.
No mercy for the weak.
So part of the reason that I like the spear is it causes weak. And so he does a little bit less damage. Not a huge amount less, but a little less.
The heartbeat of your tomb. Kneel to my dominion. In the mist unseen. Fresh blood.
And I don't know if there's any way that I can dodge that. It doesn't feel like there is.
Kneel and die. No mercy for the weak. Gaze into the maw of the vampiric vortex. There is no escape from your fate.
Wow, that thing goes far.
You will learn to obey. I cannot go on.
I like the movement ability. I like the speed at which I can get around. I think that's a huge help. Well, here, we'll try one more time. And so now we know, in the intervening week here, I'm just going to be actively searching for all 100%s. You guys, you have no idea how much I have ground on this
Wield a fraction of
to
my
try and get
power.
everything. And the problem is, I got most of the stuff. I really did.
My first challenger in eons, bearing just a hint of my power. Let us see how you wield it. No mercy for the weak. Kneel and die.
Well, that was dumb. Yeah, no worries. I'm gonna be sucking it up hard here.
Feel the heartbeat of your tomb. Grovel before your king. I am the ghost of your fears.
Ha! I dodged it!
There's no escape from your fate.
Ow.
Run, little bloodling.
I dodged it as I immediately get hit by the much larger attack.
A vortex of blood where all things end. No mercy for the weak. On your knees. Within the mist unseen. invitation. This is what it means to be king. I am the harbinger of your demise. This is the end! Witness the might of the true immortal king! Run, little whelpling. I will be your doom.
Ah!
I cannot.
Got a little farther. Huh. Only one expensive. Okay, that's it. I officially have to go now. So I'm glad that I made it a little bit farther. So when I hit him in that other form, and he dropped those health orbs, that means that he was at 50% life. So we made progress, but I've got some work to do. I've got to try. I did a lot better though, so I'm proud of myself. So that's good. And you also got to see my house. So there you go. Happy days. Yay house. But yeah, for the time being, we're unfortunately just going to have to leave for now. Again, sorry that we couldn't make it, but we have learned, we have lived, we have loved. We're going to try again. So everybody take care. Have a good day. Have a safe week. Be awesome. And I should be back next week. I should be able to be here. At the very least, I'm probably going to be playing in the intervening time, just trying to track down the stupid 100% things, because it's going to drive me insane. I'm literally just going to be wandering around the map hoping that 100%er shows up. So we'll see. But either way, take care. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.